Hello Cowboys Nation! Here's another round of Dallas Cowboys news. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like it so you don't miss any news about your team. Madden simulation for Week 15 predicts Dallas Cowboys to win easily on the road against Buffalo Bills. Madden calls for a comfortable Dallas Cowboys win this week. The Dallas Cowboys are heading to Orchard Park this week for a Sunday showdown against the Buffalo Bills in a game that looks to have all-time classic potential. Obviously, we'd love to see the Cowboys win the game, but the problem with these types of games is that living them can often be stressful. It stands to reason that Dallas will give us a bit of a hard time in that department if they really want to win on Sunday, as they are underdogs for the first time in a long time. While Dallas are flying high on a 5-game winning streak, the Bills are breathing new life into their season after a big away win against the Kansas City Chiefs last week. Buffalo will be looking to maintain that form, so stifling them won't be easy, which will make the game unpredictable. In our best efforts to find out what the game will be like, we ran a simulation in Madden 24. This is a weekly practice around here, and it's always interesting to see how the video game takes things. This week we see Dallas in control from the start and never letting things get into any kind of danger as they win 28-3. Predicting that the Cowboys will win 28-3 certainly seems bold, to say the least, but soccer is unpredictable and often surprises us in ways we never imagined. It's not inconceivable that Dallas could beat an opponent, given that they've done it so many times this season, but then again, the Bills are unlikely to make it easy for them. For what it's worth, Madden has been all over the place this season in terms of Dallas Cowboys predictions. He's never correctly predicted a Cowboys loss, but in the times the simulation has seen Dallas win 9, the team itself has only won 6 of the games in question. Each of the last 2 predictions saw Dallas go to extra time against their opponents, and that certainly didn't happen here. Ideally, Madden is completely correct and the Cowboys can get up and relax for the entire fourth quarter, but the chances of that happening seem pretty slim. Dallas Cowboys Week 11 Madden simulation predicts overtime loss to Carolina Panthers. Madden had the Cowboys down 1 on Sunday afternoon. There's still one more game to go for the Dallas Cowboys before the annual Thanksgiving Day kickoff, and there are plenty of fans wondering whether or not it will happen. Meets the requirements of the traditional trap game. Dallas must visit the Carolina Panthers on Sunday, the same Panthers who have the worst record in the NFL. The Cowboys were somewhat guilty of overlooking a team already this season, when they traveled to face the Arizona Cardinals as double-digit favorites. They're getting double digits once again this week. To try to understand how Sunday could play out for the Cowboys, we did what we always do and ran a simulation in Madden 24. You won't like the results. Dak Prescott could become the first Dallas Cowboys quarterback to win MVP. Facing the San Francisco 49ers on the road on October 8, Dak Prescott couldn't do anything right. The Dallas Cowboys quarterback was sacked 3 times, had a passer rating of 51.6, the 6th worst of his career, and threw 3 interceptions, tying for the worst in a career that spans 116 regular season and playoff games. After the 42-10 loss, Prescott told reporters, "This might be the most humiliating game I've ever been a part of." The Cowboys, always the center of attention in their city and throughout the NFL, fell to 3-2 and faced many questions about what was wrong. Rather than signaling a worrying trend, that defeat feels like an anomaly. Since then, the Cowboys have won 7 of 8 games, including the last 5. And Prescott has bounced back and performed at a high level. In fact, he's been so good that he's become a legitimate candidate for Most Valuable Player. Prescott is the MVP favorite, according to odds from DraftKings, FanDuel, and BetMGM, as compiled by RotoWire. 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy is right behind in those 3 sportsbooks. PointsBet has Prescott and Purdy as co-favorites with odds of plus 150, meaning a $100 bet would yield $150. Although the Cowboys have won 5 Super Bowls, tied for 3rd most in NFL history, and 32 Pro Football Hall of Fame members, tied for 2nd most in NFL history, they have only had one player win the MVP, running back Emmitt Smith in 1993. No Cowboys quarterback has finished better in MVP voting than Roger Staubach, who placed 2nd in 1971. Staubach was also fourth in 1978 and fifth in 1979. Since then, Danny White, fifth in 1982, Troy Aikman, fifth in 1993, Tony Romo, fourth in 2014, and Prescott, sixth in 2016, are the only Dallas quarterbacks to win the MVP vote. Prescott's only MVP vote came in his rookie season, after the Cowboys selected him in the fourth round of the 2016 draft. That year, Prescott won the starting job when Romo suffered a back injury during the preseason. While Romo recovered, Prescott led the Cowboys to an 8-1 record, prompting Romo to concede that Prescott earned the right to be outside quarterback. As hard as it is for me to say, he's earned that right. Romo played just one game that season, completing 3 of 4 passes at the end of the season, before retiring. Since then, Prescott has established himself as a starter, putting up great numbers but also facing criticism, especially for the Cowboys' failures in the postseason. During his career, Prescott won only 2 of 6 playoff games, and the Cowboys didn't make it past the divisional round. Dallas' struggles aren't new, as the franchise hasn't played in an NFC title game since January 1996, when the Cowboys won their last Super Bowl. Still, Prescott plays the most prominent position in sports, so at times he's received a lot of scorn for Dallas' postseason failures. On January 16, Prescott completed 25 of 33 passes for 305 yards, 4 touchdowns and no interceptions, leading the Cowboys to a 31-14 wild-card victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But 6 days later, he completed just 23 of 37 attempts for 206 yards, 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions in the season-ending 19-12 loss at San Francisco. "For us to put up the points we did, that's unacceptable," Prescott told reporters after the game. "It all starts with me. I have to get better. There's no other way to mitigate that." This season, except for the loss to the 49ers in October, Prescott has played as well as he has since entering the league. He has completed 69.3% of his passes, 4th in the NFL, for 3,505 yards, 4th, and 28 touchdowns, 1st. His passer rating of 107.5 and his quarterback rating of 74.6 are both behind Purdy. The 49ers and Cowboys each have 10-3 records and would be first and second in the NFC playoffs if the season ended today. They each have 4 more games remaining, but as of now, it looks like a two-way MVP race between Prescott and Purdy. The MVP vote takes place before the playoffs begin. For Prescott, becoming the first Cowboys quarterback to win the MVP would represent a major achievement. Still, Dallas followers would be even more excited if Prescott managed to lead the team to a good run in the postseason. What do you think of this news? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any news from your Dallas Cowboys. Thank you.